Okay, good morning children. So today class we are going to discuss 8th chapter viruses. So viruses are tiny microorganisms. We can see the virus with the help of electron microscope only. They didn't have proper cell structure. These are acellular organisms, non-cellular organisms. So these viruses are special group of biological entities. These are a special group of biological. These are a special group of biological entities. Means this can cause different type of the diseases in plants, animals, including algae, fungi, bacteria. So these are the special group of biological entities. Jiva Rupal. These are the special group of biological entities. This can cause different type of the diseases in plants, animals, human beings, bacteria, algae, fungi. So these are the special group of biological entities. So we can see the virus with the help of electron microscope only, which are very minute in size. And mainly, if you see the structure of the virus contains genetic material. The virus mainly contains genetic material. Either that is DNA or RNA. They contain the genetic material that is either DNA or RNA. This genetic material is also called nucleic acid. This is also called nucleic acid. Okay. The nucleic acid may be either DNA or RNA. Nucleic acid, either DNA or RNA. This nucleic acid is enclosed. This nucleic acid is covered with a protein coat. This nucleic acid is covered with a protein coat. Protein coat, that is called capsid. That is called capsid. So the nucleic acid means either DNA or RNA. This nucleic acid is covered with a protein coat that is called capsid. Capsid. Okay. So this virus, all the viruses are infectious particles only that can cause different type of the diseases. All viruses are infectious only. All are infectious particles only. Infectious. All are infectious particles only. All are infectious particles only. And also we call the viruses are obligate intracellular parasites. Viruses are also called obligate intracellular parasites. Obligate intracellular parasites means inside of the host cell only. Inside of the host cell only they can multiply and they can show their effect. Obligate intracellular parasites. So intracellular means inside of the host cell only. Whenever they are inside of the host cell, they can multiply, they can show their effect. Until whenever they are outside of the host cell, they are inactive. Whenever they enter into the host cell, they become more and more active, they can multiply their number and they can show their effect. So that's why these are called obligate intracellular parasites. Viruses are called obligate intracellular parasites. Parasites means that may cause diseases, disease causing agents. Intracellular means intercellular, inside of the cell. Whenever they should be inside of the cell, they can show their effect. Whenever they are outside of the cell, they should be appear like a non-living thing. That's why these are called obligate intracellular parasites. The study of viruses is called virology. The study of viruses is called virology. The study of viruses is called virology. Okay, now coming to the discovery of the virus. Who discovered first the virus? Discovery of the virus. So first the scientist, Russian pathologist. The scientist, he is a Russian pathologist. Russian pathologist. Russian pathologist. But what is pathology? Pathology means study of diseases. The person who is researching on that, the person is called pathologist. Okay, he is a Russian. Okay, he is a first who discovered the virus? A Russian pathologist. A Russian pathologist. Pathology means studying of the diseases. The person who is researching on that we call pathologist. A Russian pathologist. Name Ivanovsky. Name Ivanovsky. Okay, the Russian pathologist name Ivanovsky. Russian pathologist name Ivanovsky. First, actually, he is studying about the tobacco mosaic virus disease. Actually, he is studying about the tobacco mosaic virus (TMV). Actually, he is studying about the tobacco mosaic virus disease. So, what he did experiment? He collected the diseased tobacco leaves. Okay, he collected the diseased tobacco leaf. Diseased tobacco leaf he collected. So, you can remember the scientist name. Russian pathologist Ivanovsky is studying about the tobacco mosaic viral disease, especially in tobacco plant. In the tobacco plant, the common disease is tobacco mosaic virus disease. He is studying about the tobacco mosaic virus disease. So at that time, he collected the fluid of the diseased tobacco leaf. He collected the fluid. He collected the sap, means the fluid. He collected the fluid of diseased tobacco leaf. Then he filtered the fluid of diseased tobacco leaf. The fluid that can pass through the pores of the filtrate. Then he collected the sap. Then he inserting the sap onto the healthy plants. The healthy plants show the same disease. So on that experiment he concluded that the disease causing agent is there in the fluid only. So the filterable fluid is responsible for causing of the disease. So like that he invented the tobacco mosaic virus. First he is doing experiments on the diseased tobacco leaf. He collected, he filtered the fluid of diseased tobacco leaf. He is filtering the, already he filtered the fluid of diseased tobacco leaf. Then the fluid is entered, then the fluid is easily passed through the holes of the filtrate. So then he collected the filtrate. By using that filtrate, he poured the filtered solution on the healthy leaves. The healthy leaves show same disease. So he concluded that so the disease causing agents are there in the filterable solution only. What you filtered, in that filtered solution only, the disease causing virus is there. The disease causing virus only responsible for the disease. So like that he discovered the tobacco mosaic virus. So later another scientist, Stanley, he crystallized, by using crystallization method, he crystallized the tobacco mosaic virus. Another scientist, Stanley, he crystallized the tobacco mosaic viruses. With the help of crystallization method, he crystallized the tobacco mosaic viruses. Stanley, the scientist Stanley later, he crystallized the tobacco mosaic virus. So next another scientist, Frankel. Frankel, he said that the tobacco mosaic, the genetic material of the tobacco mosaic virus is RNA. The genetic material of the tobacco mosaic virus is RNA. That was said by the another scientist, Frankel. Frankel, he said that the genetic material of tobacco mosaic virus is RNA. Stanley, he crystallized the tobacco mosaic virus, and the Russian pathologist Ivanovsky, he is studying about the tobacco mosaic virus. He filtered the fluid of diseased tobacco leaves. This fluid easily passes through the modes of the filter paper. So then he collected the fluid of the diseased tobacco leaf. Then he injected that fluid on the healthy plant leaves. The healthy plants show the same disease. So then he concluded that the filterable agent was responsible for the disease. Then another scientist Stanley, he crystallized the tobacco mosaic viral forms, and the Frankel, he said that the genetic material of tobacco mosaic virus is RNA. So this is the discovery of the virus. Okay, this is about the discovery of the virus. We should remember the three names: Ivanovsky, Stanley, Frankel. Mainly you should remember Ivanovsky. He is a Russian pathologist. Pathology means studying of the diseases. Okay. So next, classification of viruses. How we can classify the viruses? Okay. So the classification of the virus classification and the virus nomenclature depends on the one organization, that is ICTV. This ICTV regulates the rules of the classification. So the classification of the virus, what are the rules are there, everything that is controlled by the ICTV. But what is ICTV? ICTV means International Committee on Taxonomy of Viruses. ICTV means International Committee. Okay. International Committee on Taxonomy of Viruses. International Committee on Taxonomy of Viruses. International Committee on Taxonomy of Viruses. ICTV, which can control the rules and nomenclature of the viruses. So the virus nomenclature, the virus classification is under the control of ICTV, which can provide some rules. So according to the ICTV, the virus classification includes three hierarchical levels. The classification of virus includes three hierarchical levels. Okay. Three hierarchical levels. Hierarchy means there should be some levels in classification. Okay. So according to the ICTV, there are three hierarchical levels in classification. There are three hierarchical levels in classification. There are three levels. Already in the first year you have learnt species, genus, family, order, okay, class, division, kingdom. But not like that. Here only three levels only there. Three classification levels means three hierarchical levels only there. The three are: one is family, second one genus, third one species. second one genus, third one species. These three only, these are the three classification levels of the virus. These are the hierarchical levels of the virus: family, genus, species. But here, according to the ICTV, the family name, according to the ICTV, the family name end with one suffix. Family name the family name end with suffix. What is the suffix? Viridae. Okay, family name is end with the word. Suffix means the word. Family name end with the suffix Viridae. Viridae. Genus name end with virus. Genus name end with virus. Species names are commonly in the form of English names which can represent their nature. Okay, family name end with suffix Viridae. Family name ends with the word Viridae. Genus name end with the word virus. Species names are generally expressed in English language. Species names are generally expressed in English language which describe their nature. So, for example, here they give one example. By using this ICTV method, you can classify the virus which can cause AIDS disease. The virus, HIV virus, the HIV virus which can cause AIDS disease. But what about the classification? According to the ICTV, what about the classification of HIV virus? Or what about the family of the HIV virus? What about the genus? What about the species? Here, the family of the HIV virus is the family ends with which word? Viridae. Genus ends with the word virus. Species names are generally in English language which express their nature. So here the family of the HIV virus is Retroviridae. Retroviridae. Okay, here Viridae is the ending word. Retroviridae. The family of the HIV virus is Retroviridae. Retroviridae is the family of the HIV virus. Retroviridae. Next, genus. Genus of the HIV virus is Lentivirus. Here ending word virus. Ending word virus. Lentivirus. Family Retroviridae. Ending word the Retroviridae ending with the suffix viridae. Here genus name ending with the word virus. Here Lentivirus. Next, species names are generally English expressions. But what is the species name? Human immunodeficiency virus. This is the species name. Human immunodeficiency virus. This is the total species name. Human immunodeficiency virus. This is totally species name. So this is the, according to the ICTV, this is the classification of, for example, of the HIV virus. So generally, the name virus we will give according to the disease. For example, polio disease, we call the virus polio virus. For example, corona disease, we call the virus coronavirus, like that. So the virus name we will give according to the name of the, depending on the disease name. For example, polio disease is common. What do we call the virus? Polio virus. So the name virus will come according to the name of the disease. Polio, for example, polio disease, the polio disease caused virus we call polio virus. Okay, like that. So according to the ICTV, this is the classification of the virus. Three classification levels are there: family, genus, and species. Next, last topic, structure. So what about the structure of the virus? What about the structure of the virus? So you can see viruses are different ranges of their structures. Some viruses are 300 nanometers. 300 nanometers. Some are very in size. Some are 300 nanometer size. Best example, tobacco mosaic virus. Some are 20 very less, 20 nanometers in size. The best example, parvovirus. Parvovirus. Okay. So the size of the virus is very different. Some are 300 nanometers. Best example, tobacco mosaic virus. Some are 20 nanometers. Example, parvovirus. Here you can see the viruses are different sizes and shapes. Some are helical shapes. Some are helical. Some are helical viruses. Helical. Some are helical viruses. Helical means which are long rod-like structures. The best example, tobacco mosaic virus, which is a helical virus. Some are polyhedral. Some are polyhedral. Some are polyhedral. All the plant viruses, animal viruses, bacteria viruses, poliovirus comes under polyhedral shape. Some are polyhedral. All the plant viruses, animal viruses, some bacteria viruses, especially poliovirus is in polyhedral structure. The helical viruses, which are rod-like structure, the best example, tobacco mosaic virus. And some are complex viruses. Some are complex viruses. The best example, bacteriophage. The best example, bacteriophage. Best example, bacteriophage. Best example, bacteriophage. So what is bacteriophage? The virus which infects the bacteria is called bacteriophage. So the bacteriophages are complex viruses. They are in complex structure. They are called complex viruses. Bacteriophages are complex viruses. Okay. So this, if you see the bacteriophage, there should be two types of symmetry. For example, the head part shows polyhedral symmetry. Polyhedral symmetry. Polyhedral symmetry. The head part shows polyhedral symmetry. The tail part shows helical symmetry. Helical symmetry. Helical symmetry. Okay. Suppose if you see the bacteriophages, which is a complex virus, head part shows polyhedral symmetry, tail part shows helical symmetry. And one more thing here you can remember. So the virus mainly contains two components. One is the virus contains mainly two components. One is the core means center. Core of nucleic acid. Core of nucleic acid, which forms genome. Core of nucleic acid. The nucleic acid forms the genome. Genome means this is the main genetic material. The main genetic material of the virus is genome only. The core of nucleic acid, that is genome, which is either DNA or RNA. So no virus that does not contain both DNA and RNA. No virus does not contain both DNA and RNA. Either the virus contains DNA or RNA, but no virus does not contain both DNA or RNA. So this DNA is covered with a protein sheath called capsid. This capsid is made up of protein subunits that are called capsomeres. Okay. capsomeres. Okay, nucleic acid means that is the genome, means that is DNA or RNA that is covered with a protein sheet, that is called capsid. Capsid is made up of protein subunits that are called capsomeres. Okay children, the remaining topics we have to discuss. What about the structure of TMV virus? What about the structure of bacteriophage? We will discuss in next class. Okay, thank you children.